Record and let's get started because it's already 6:02. So thank you guys so much. I thought my phone, maybe my phone was slow. I don't know. They both say 6:02. Maybe I'm slow just getting logged in. My name is Holly Heierman. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedules in order to be with us tonight and learn a little bit about how to move this business forward even more. I'm so actually this call, I was not supposed to be doing this call because normally my husband is at a meeting on Wednesday. He should have been there this Wednesday night, but it actually got canceled. And Ellen and Sam are both traveling, and so therefore I was like, well, I was just gonna prop my kids up in front of the television and like pray that everything went well. But thank goodness my husband's in the other room, so I'm able to focus with you guys. And I left Summit with literally like my brain exploding. So my first several summits, I was there by myself or with my husband. And then for the last 3 years, I've had my family with me. So I was dealing with both things. I was kind of juggling being a mom and doing this stuff and like literally just going to, as much as I possibly could, but then having to deal with putting them to bed at night, and et cetera. But this was the first one where in a long time where I was completely solo. Well, not really. I mean, I had my team members with me, of course, but didn't have that distraction. And I got to say, it was great. I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like that was the best summit ever. And I'm so happy that I got to lead this call tonight because I had this in mind for doing a live video for just in Team Fit Finance's Facebook group. And I decided that, you know what, I think what we need to do is I was just like, man, how can I take what we learned? I'm going to put it in speaker view. Let me just use that. How can I take what we learned and hang on one second. There we go. And really help everybody who was there, that like you feel like your brain is literally like melting out of your ears, but then also in the same time, like capitalize on the momentum and the enthusiasm and all the great things that come out of an event like that, even if you weren't there. Like, how can you turn that into action? And I had to learn this the hard way. I have literally, let me show you this. This is funny. This whole folder pretty much is full of, oh my gosh, it's thicker than I thought. So almost this whole folder is full of previous seminars that I went to, strictly the action items and things that I said I was going to get to like ASAP. So like last year I looked on the bookshelf and I saw all these old binders and notebooks of seminars that I'd attended. And I went, I bet you there's a lot of great information and ideas in those notebooks. And I never took the time to truly implement the things in there. So I started like ripping all the action item pages out of there and I stuck it in a folder, which there's some other stuff in here too, but I'm telling you, it's a big folder. So that kind of brings me to one thing, right? So we have Super Saturday coming up. I hope that you're going. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is you're going to take notes. You're going to have some amazing things. What I'd like to encourage you to do is if you like come up with a quick thought of something that you're like, I need to do this ASAP, jot it down on a separate piece of paper. And then you can transfer that or you can just put it right on your to-do list right at that moment. If you have one in mobile form, or if you have like an idea for a post that comes to your brain, then, or if you see something, then jot it down, create like a list. My to-do list is so archaic and I know it needs to be different, but it's literally like, oh, you guys can't see it. It's just a note. There you go. It's a note in my phone. That's all it is. And so I have a list of posts. I have a list of videos I need to make. I have a list of, things that I can do when my kids are in the house, and then I've got my to-do list, which means like, that's my serious list. But I have all these lists and I know that there's a way better way to do life. I know that, but this is what's been working for me to this point. So that's my recommendation. Every time you go to an event, every time you do something like that, where there's lots of information, you're taking lots and lots of notes, keep a separate list just for like what you need to do right away. Okay. Today, we're going to talk about how to take all the stuff, right? And we're going to do some highlights. I'll tell you exactly all, things that are coming up, but how to take all that stuff that you learned about and actually create an action plan that fits you. Because not every launch, like not every new program release is going to be in your wheelhouse. Okay. For instance, Mes de Mas. Now, I actually don't have a lot of Spanish speaking friends, which is kind of shocking because, well, not that are directly in my network that I'm prospecting right now. It's kind of shocking because I am in Southern California. Oh, hi. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, not a lot of people talk about it. But so here's the thing, that would be one that I'm not heavily thinking about going toward. Lift 4, however, that is a product launch that super excites me because I like to cycle and I work out. I teach gym classes at the gym already, but a program that's only 4 days a week, that means that I can still do my other stuff. Right. So I can still do the other things that I love to do without having to give up, or do double workouts a day, which honestly, like, I ain't got time for that. Lots of people do it. I don't see it as, I don't got time for that. So I don't do that. Right. So, you have to figure out what are the things that are super speaking to you and how am I going to capitalize on those things? So I am an organized brain, although I might not come across that way. I really like when things are in order, right? I like symmetry. Doesn't necessarily mean that my house is organized, but I really like my thoughts to be organized. I like my calendar to be organized because I hate the feeling like I'm constantly trying to catch up. Or, oh, there goes another launch that I just missed. Or, oh, there goes another program release and I didn't get in on that. I hate that feeling. And I hate feeling like I just can't keep up. So I'm here to tell you, I'm giving you permission. You don't have to get behind every product. You don't have to get behind every program. This is your business. Other people might agree with me, but I personally think that that's completely fake. If you are saying that everything is the best. I don't think, most of what we produce, I believe, is the best, is amazing. But I don't do all the workouts. I can't do any high intensity stuff. So I don't do any of that stuff. So you have to figure out what you're going to be able to get behind, and also what is appealing to your prospects and the people that you're talking to and your customer base. So I really know a little about everything. But for the most part, I just try to really, really focus and put myself into the ones that I really, really truly think, okay, this is something that I can do. This is something that I can get behind. So like I said, you don't have to love everything, but I'm going to give you some tangible stuff for today and what to do. I'm speaking to the people who went to Summit. However, if you didn't go to Summit, this still applies because you're going to go into the online office and you're going to watch as many videos as you can. I still haven't uploaded, 30 videos and a ton of photos that I'm going to be putting in Team Fit Finances, different things and takeaways. That's all going to be getting uploaded over the course of the next week or so. But I really want you to take this upon yourself to say, okay, I didn't go, but I'm not going to miss out on this momentum and this enthusiasm that's happening right now. And so I'm going to help you figure out how to take what you're going to learn over the course of the next couple weeks and implement that as well. Okay. So here we go. Your Summit to-do list. Here it is for you. This is the very first thing that you're going to do. So if you didn't go, then you probably have been kind of catching people's videos and feeds, and you've been seeing stuff here and there, and you're like, this launch, that launch, oh my gosh. There's always a ton of information that comes out of Summit, always a ton that comes after leadership as well. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. I think that's in November, but I'll do a screen share of the calendar in a few minutes. But this is the very first thing that you do. You need to set aside at least 2 hours, at least, in order to get organized. This is where you spend time reviewing your notes. So hopefully, even if you're just watching videos and the promotion stuff that was released, if you're watching that content at home, then that means that you are taking notes, right? I still want you to act as if you were just there. You're reviewing your notes, you're reflecting, and you're figuring out, okay, how can I get organized, right? So that might mean, actually, this is step 2. So that's number 1. Set aside 2 hours. And this I hope you do first. most of us probably got really excited and we came right home from Summit and we started like hitting our network, right? And we started getting to work right away because we're all pumped up and fired up and everything. Trust me, sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. And this will help you so much because you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to forget that one important thing that you thought, I really need to remember to do this. Okay? That's number one. Number two, you're going to go through those notes and you will create a list of action items. Okay? So this is going to include things that you need to do. It's going to include research that you need to do, FAQs that you need to look up, programs that you are maybe unsure of. Maybe you need to find a video, promo video about that. Ideas for the future, people, maybe even like people that you need to follow. Like there were some people that were up on the stage. It just seemed like, man, that I'm kind of in line with that person. Maybe I should follow them, see how they're doing their social media marketing. So that might include people that you need to follow, just things that you need to do, right? So it's not necessarily in the form of notes, but you're like, okay, well, here's an idea of something that I should implement. This is something that I know I need to do. So that goes onto your action item list. Number 3, you're going to create a calendar or put in your calendar however you work. Okay, so maybe that's just in your calendar in your phone, or if you have one on Google, or however you work. Put in your calendar program release dates, competitions, next summit, Super Saturday, and literally like anything that has a date on it. So I'm going to give you some dates right now and let you know about that. I wonder if I should do a screen share. I want to see if I can find this one picture really quick because it was really cool. 1 second. Oh, yes. Let's see. No, not that one. Okay, that's not going to be the right one. Okay, so disregard. I really wanted to share with you something that Cam actually sent me earlier. It was really, really good, but just because it was pretty, it was a much prettier version than what I have. But I'll give you our calendar too. Okay, so let me do a screen share and then I'll pull up our calendar. Okay, so where's my calendar? Here it is. You guys can see my calendar? Let me see. Thumbs up? Yeah, okay, perfect. So this calendar is actually available. I have a tiny URL for it. It's tinyurl.com/TFF calendar. So just for Team Fit Finance calendar, TFF calendar, tinyurl.com/TFF calendar. It's just a Google calendar. It's live. It's a working document. My assistant comes in here and she just loads everything up. And when something gets released, she puts it in here. It's not pretty, but Google Calendar doesn't really give us that ability to do that. So we try to make things look different, that are different. Like for instance, our team call is on here. As you can see, it's right here. We're on the 27th. Every payday is highlighted, etc. You guys have probably seen this before, or if you have one with your team, then that's fine too. But this Saturday, one thing that is coming up this Saturday is there's going to be a live workout with Joel Freeman. And that's at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and you can get the info right there, okay? So FAQ 7530, okay? And then jumping into next month, we have a lot of stuff happening, okay? We have on July 1st, we have our Beat Your Best competition. Holy moly, this is going to be amazing. I wonder if they have a video. I wish I would have done it. Let's see if this is a video. Because if it's a video, I would really like to show it. I don't think it is. I think this is just information. Anyways, so here's a website with all the information on beating your best. Here's the deal. In a nutshell, you're going to work to beat your all-time best Success Club point amount. And it's you against you. So it's a competition that that is totally just you against you. However, I will say this. I would really like to get a group of us together and either start like a message thread or a Facebook group or something where we're just going to commit to killing it for the month of July. That's my plan. I really, really want to push hard for this. And that starts on Sunday. Crazy. It's like right around the corner. But we can do this. So I'm really excited about that. Also, the summit tickets for 2019 are on sale through July 9th. See that? So last day to purchase the summit ticket at the $130 price is July 9th. So I tried to put, actually my assistant, she's wonderful, tried to put as much of the information on here as possible as far as what's coming up, et cetera, all the new stuff. Of course, Super Saturdays this coming weekend, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Let's scroll because I've got more announcements for you. On the 16th, we have a couple things coming up. We have the Lift 4 VIP early access as well as Mes de Mas. That's coming up as well. And the FAQs are on here too. You can take a picture or jot them down super quick. I just want to give you a quick, super duper quick highlight. Beat Your Best ends on the 31st. Of course, that's the last day to purchase Lift 4 and get the promo price, as well as probably Mes de Mas too. It's not on here, but I'm assuming that's what it is as well. Okay. A couple other big announcements. You guys probably have already heard this stuff, but we got Pumpkin Spice coming up in September. We also have Shift Shop. That's going to be relaunching on October 3rd. So everything's on this calendar. And the reason that I'm pointing you to a calendar, let me go ahead and minimize this, is because I want you to go to your personal calendar and put the most important things on your personal calendar. So say, for instance, you know that you really want to promote Lift 4. That's a program that you're going to do. Then I would recommend looking at that calendar and saying, okay, with that in mind, that I'm going to promote Lift 4, what is the type of content that I should be putting out there during this week, during these days? So it's more than just like, oh, I'm going to promote, I'm going to invite. But also, I want you to start to start to think about what are the things that you want to put out there. Okay, so for instance, if you are still heavily promoting To Be Mindset and that program's working well for you, then dude, don't like stop what's working, right? You keep doing the things that are working. Then your post might be geared towards people who are afraid to work out, can't work out, have never been able to work out, struggle with emotional eating, all of that stuff. So that's where your content is going to rely, so that your messaging is in line with what you're promoting. I hope that this makes sense. So say you're going to end off the month with a big business presentation, which, by the way, we haven't announced yet. We haven't put our calendar yet together for these calls specifically. But when our next business presentation comes up and we get that information out to you, I would hope that you would take some of your posting and some of your inviting and start gearing that toward that presentation, like the week before. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're starting to gear what you're posting, gear the information that you're putting out there toward the actual events that you are working toward. Okay, so finally, that link, and once again, is tinyurl.com/TFF calendar. All right. Step four would be to look through videos. So things that either that you've taken, you yourself from Summit, or the stuff that you see online, things that were posted, live feeds, maybe in each of our in each of our team pages, like the Team Fit Finances Power Crew, and of course, Team Play Hard. Go there and see, like, what were the updates? What were the most important things? Review those videos and figure out how you can share those, right? So review even the videos in that Beachbody has in the Coach Online office, things that you want to highlight. I will say this: never share a link. Never share a link. If you're like, well, I can't download this video and then re-upload it, then take a video with your phone of it and post that. Because Facebook, well, I'm speaking specifically to Facebook, but I'm sure other social media sites are like this as well. They do not want you to share a link because they don't want people to go out of their site. They want people to stay there. So whenever you can upload a video or create a Facebook Live of a video or something like that, that is what you want to do, okay? You want to be sharing content of yours. And the more you can do that, the better. Even, like I said, if that's you filming something and saying, oh my gosh, I have to share this video with you. It totally made me cry. This person lost over 100 pounds in the last year. And I wanted to share this with you, and just boom, right? So doing that. Let's see. Number 5. Again, as you go through your notes, you're going to look for even posts or comments that you want to create. Because I don't know about you, but like when you're in an environment like that, you get lots of creative ideas, and you get lots of things that you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I just made a post like this, or if I just created a post like this, or maybe I should make a video about that. Okay, those things need to go on your post list, your videos to make list, or your need to do this action item list. So start to think of that. Always, I recommend always keeping it on your phone. That way, if you have like 10 minutes in your car or something, you're like, oh, I can make a video real quick, or I could craft a really cool post really fast. And then I recommend just keep a list in your phone. That way you've always got it with you. And then step 6, this is the final step. This is when you go back to your calendar once again, and you say, okay, based on all the things that we've got going on and the things that I'm going to focus on, right? For me, the pumpkin spice Shakeology, OMG. I am like, Starbucks loves me at pumpkin spice season. So I cannot wait for pumpkin spice Shakeology. Now, for you, you might be like, ugh, I don't like coffee. I don't like pumpkin spice. Well, then that's not you, right? So you don't need to promote that. Don't promote the things that aren't you. But promote the things that are you. So I'm like, I'm super looking forward to that one, because I could totally capitalize on that, because that's just so me. That's so me. Coffee, pumpkin spice, I'm all about it. So what you're going to do is you're going to create from your notes, from your action items, from your post ideas, from your video ideas. I want you to actually put it on your calendar of what you are going to do when. Okay? So say you were really big into doing live videos, which I learned for the first time. I mean, I probably heard it before, but for the first time at this summit, somebody said, like, nobody does stories on Instagram. Like, it's so easy to get your videos viewed on Instagram stories that I was like, bing, okay, that I'm finally going to actually pay attention to my Instagram, because I was like, oh, well, if nobody's paying attention, then or if nobody else is really doing a lot of video, and I have a higher chance of being seen on Instagram, then I'm definitely going to do that. So I'm really looking forward to that. But even crafting your content. So let's give the pumpkin spice example. If I were to talk about, say I came up with 3 topics, like why I love pumpkin spice, how I got addicted to pumpkin spice coffee, and how to avoid the 5 pounds that I usually gain during the fall season because of pumpkin spice lattes, whatever, right? So I come up with like 3 random topics around something that I'm promoting, and I'll literally look at my calendar. I mean, this is what I have to do with everything. And I go, okay, when are my kids busy? And I go, okay, I can do a video at this time, and I can do a video at this time, and I can do a video at this time. And I'm actually going to put those things on the calendar, the week or so before that release date, before pumpkin spice goes on sale, Shakeology goes on sale, because that is something that I know I can do. So that's what I'm going to encourage you guys to do too. Take your posts. Maybe it's a video. Maybe it's a picture. Even if it's not you doing the video, I already gave you some ideas. You can film the video, right? You can do it. You can film it right there on your phone of, one of the Beachbody promotions, something. So many people hate video, but you know what? Face to face, that's how people get to know you the best. And it's, even if it's not face to face, your voice has a lot to do with how people can connect with you. So I'm going to encourage you, even if it's a slideshow and it's just your voice, a screen share. There's, I have a great, what is this thing called? I think it's called, I know what it's called. So I have an app that I use. It's called ScreenFlow. Okay. ScreenFlow. You can use that and make a video of your screen. So if you want to walk someone through a process, or if you just want to show them a bunch of testimonials and use your voice. So it records your voice, but it also records your screen. And then Facebook actually has a really cool feature now too, which it was buggy with me, but then I think I got it right. So test it. But when you go live, when you begin to go live on your, I don't know if it's just available on your computer. I've never tried it on my phone, but you can change when you push the live button, there's a column that comes up on the right. I wonder if I should show it to you. Let me show it to you real quick. I think it's powerful. All right, let's see. I need my Facebook back. Okay. So here is Facebook, okay? And let's say I'm gonna do a live video. I wanna show you a cool little feature. And I did this in the What is Coaching info group. Okay, so if you're not in that group yet, that is only if you plan on inviting people to like a sneak peek. It's very, very robust. It's awesome, and we're going to keep it open. But I want you to look over here on this right-hand corner or right-hand bar. See how it says FaceTime camera? That's why you can see my face right now, is because we're on the FaceTime camera. But what you can do is you can do this, and you can click screen share, and then you click this button here, and what it would do is it would show you my screen. Okay? Now that looks kind of crazy, but you would click connect, and then obviously you don't want people to see this. What you would do is, let's see, I'll give you an example. Actually, you're here already, right? You would click go live. This is what I messed up before. You would click this button that says go live, and then you would click on the content that you want to take them to, and this would be their live screen. I hope that makes sense, okay? And then when you're done with that, you just go back, and then you turn it off from here. So it's a really cool little feature. Never before were people able to do like a screen share, which I really think is going to kind of cut into, and I had just purchased Webinar Jam. I'm like, I could have saved a couple $100. So when I figured that out, I'm like, oh man, that could have been such an easy thing. So I think it's going to cut into some people that do like actual webinars, because now that we can basically do webinars in Facebook groups. So it's really freaking cool. I love it. That's a cool little thing. So here's the deal. Number 7, I do have one more. Number 7. No matter what, I really, really, really am encouraging, I'm begging you to make Beat Your Best a priority for you. I know we just came out of Summit. I know that Super Saturday is like 10 days away. I know that you have a lot going on. I know it's summer, okay? But there are a lot of people who haven't yet met their summer goal weight. There are a lot of people that we can help. There's a lot of exciting, fun things launching right now. Make Beat Your Best a priority. Maybe you need to team up with other people. Maybe you need to get a success partner. Maybe you don't have one yet, and it's time to get a success partner. Also, Heather Sly, she is organizing along with, I'm trying to remember. Yes, Sherry. Perfect. Thank you. I'm like, I know. I almost said Shelby. I'm sorry. Sherry. It's Sherry. So Heather and Sherry are putting together an Emerald group where they're basically working on the 4 vitals, right? It's a 4 vital behavior accountability group. And so if you're Emerald and you're pushing for Diamond, man, I'm going to encourage you to do that. I think it's going to be a really, really killer group. And I said, I told Heather, I'll pop in there as often as I possibly can. I would love to do that, because they think that seems to be a sticking point for a lot of people is, if I could just kind of, if it's not so much that you can't get beyond Emerald, you can't sign the coaches, but it's once you are able to duplicate that, right? So you're able to get some of your team members to be Emerald. That's really when you start to like have a business. So it's very exciting. I would love to see if you guys have any questions or comments. I'm going to put it on a different view here. Okay. All right. Questions, comments, you can raise your hand or unmute. Hi, Janet. It was nice to finally meet you in person too. Now I'm going to be able to recognize so many of you. Oh, so nice. Anyone? Bueller. Okay. I'll take that as, oh, yes, I hear someone.
How do you, sorry about the frogs. How do you go about presenting new programs on your social media? You personally.
Me personally, I try to ask questions about, like, for instance, I posted one yesterday that I just said, do you hate exercise, but you still want to lose weight? So that was one thing that I did. Or in the past, I've talked about Or I used to do a lot of 7-day challenges, using like the concept of Clean Week before Clean Week came out. I would do that. And as far as program launches go, I have almost always really, really focused on the nutrition side of things because I don't want anybody to feel excluded. However, with Lift 4, my plan is to talk about the fact that I'm a gym rat. I still love to go to the gym. I love my group fitness classes, but I'm excited because I know that I need to lift, and here's a program that I can do in 4 days a week in not a lot of time. So, more so talking about how I'm going to incorporate something in my life, and that basically, that's what I do. I hope that helped a little bit. And everybody is different. Yeah. I think that's the thing. Like, everyone does things different. And if you were at Summit, you'll see that like nobody does anything exactly the same. You just have to sometimes you have to throw something out there and see if it works. Follow a format, a template that somebody else has you've seen from somebody else that speaks to you, and then see what works for you. They gave lots of really good examples at Summit as well, like pictures of slides. I tried to take some pictures of some really awesome posts that I thought, oh man, that's a really good post. And I'll be sharing that in Team Fit Finance's Facebook group too. Let me see. Okay, I have some questions here. Don't hear a lot of, yes, definitely. Was there an invite to what group, Garrett? I'm sorry. Oh, you're muted still. I don't know how you're muted. Maybe just turn your volume up. Oh, Carly had to leave early. That's not early. We were 1 minute past. There you, wait, I hear someone.
Okay, I'm muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was wondering about the group on Sunday. I didn't see anything about the group on Sunday.
Group? You mean the workout? What?
No, you said you're going to start a group to, beat our best or something like that. I forgot.
Oh, I want to. Yes, I haven't.
But you said you want to start it this Sunday, and I'm like, okay, this Sunday. Like, I didn't see anything.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't done anything yet, but I want to start a group. Yeah, so Sunday, Beat Your Best is like day one. It's this Sunday, right? Yeah.
Oh, because it's the challenge.
It's the month.
It's okay. Okay, got it.
Okay, no. So I haven't officially formally thrown anything out there yet, but yeah, anybody who wants to be part of that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been kind of talking to a couple of people. I know that there are many of us because it's so much more fun to do something like with a group.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
And then Sherry says, does that option stay up and available while you are live? Which one? I'm sorry, Sherry.
The screen share. So normally when you go live, your whole screen is kind of like taken over.
Oh, it totally is.
So that option, you can switch back and forth in the middle of.
You cannot switch back and forth.
Oh.
So you have to, I'm so glad you said that, because you can't switch back and forth. You have to start in screen share. So that first couple seconds is weird. You know what I'm saying? So just quickly switch your screen. Okay. So yeah. And I mean, you can even have maybe this first slide or whatever is I lost 100 pounds in 10 months, right? So that's maybe because you usually want something live that's eye catching. So just get to that first screen as quickly as possible. So when I did it this last time, I actually had it those were my only 2 buttons open, and as soon as I flipped it over. But yeah, you can't go back and forth. At least I haven't figured out how to do that. Good question. And Carly had to go to bed. Then no problem. So all right, those were all of our comments. Anything else, you guys, before I let you go?
Can I ask a quick question real quick?
Yes, please.
So I was curious. I know I was reading the book, Get Over Your Damn Self. I've actually read it twice already. And I know she leads a lot with the business opportunity first and then defaults to clients. So I was curious how you feel in the past. I know I've also heard a ton where people say challengers first make the best coaches. So I was curious what your thoughts were since, you've been doing it, and I'm right now, I guess in the past year, kind of switched into more trying to build the biz. So I'm curious what if I start leading with the business first, if I will just flop, or if that's like more of a fear holding me back.
It's a fear. It's definitely a fear. And you know what? I built my business just with leading with the business.
Okay.
That is 100% what I did. And then because we didn't have challenge groups. So, you know, I always led with the business, although we made up our own little funny little challenge groups. But that is what worked for me. And then after having my kids, I was leading with challenge groups for years. And I will tell you that during that time, I did not get any business builders out of those like 3 years of recruiting coaches. So I'm going back to leading with the business because
Okay.
I did not, because to me, I kept attracting people, but that's where I was at, I was still trying to lose the baby weight. So I just kept attracting people that just wanted to lose weight. I just kept attracting people that wanted and needed so desperately to be motivated all the time. And a business person that's going to take off with this isn't necessarily the type of person that needs to be motivated all the time. They got it in them somewhere already. So now your likelihood, you're not going to get as many if you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're only talking about you have to do all. You know what I mean? I 100% agree with her. And I wrote that book down because I actually have not read that book. But what you just described it, I'm like, I got to read that book.
It's a good one.
Yeah. And I've heard of it, you know, but I haven't read it yet. But I think that that's gold because if you lead with the business, but they don't want to do that, no worries. They're still a challenger. And then if they don't want to do that, no worries. They can still be a free customer of yours or something else, right? So you're still going to be a friend of theirs. But I think that there's a lot of gold in that advice. I definitely would do that. So
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
yeah, definitely. Oh, good. Oh, Linda's also reading that book. Awesome. Yes, how to lead with the business. Yes, definitely. So maybe I'll put it in the Team Fit Finances Facebook group or something. Or Dana, you can always send me a personal message because I'm sure I'll forget. But I've done lots of videos on how to do presentations, how to do a quick chat presentation. In fact, Austin, which you guys, if you were at Summit, you met him. He just recently, over the last couple months, I'm like, okay, because he's really good at recruiting challengers. Like his challenge groups are always packed. He's doing great. But I'm like, he's changed the mindset too. Now he's leading with the business opportunity and he has 7 presentations set up for this week. I talked to him yesterday, 7. And I was like, yes. I'm like, so now he's getting it because you just have to practice. There's a way to do it. It's fast. It's easy. It's not threatening. And it's called 5-Point Quick Chat. And I have a whole video explaining how to do it. So we can always share that with you guys.
Could you please?
What's that?
Could you please share that?
Yeah, for sure. It's somewhere. I gotta find it. So I'm more organized than that, but yeah. I just don't remember what I called it.
Does Carrie know where it is?
Yeah.
Okay, ask Carrie.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, Linda, I'm definitely going to get that book. So let's see. Wait, it says, I've been added to the Platinum Presenters Coaching Info group for over weeks, hasn't been approved. Okay, well, I can add you. You guys, I can add you. Here's what you must understand is that it's not for you to learn. It's not like a learning tool for you. It's strictly so you can invite people in. So I think like people who are coaches who aren't actually actively adding other people, she's going to be kicking people out because she really wants it to be like as small as possible. Yeah. Oh, okay. The prospective coach isn't in yet. Okay. Got it, Linda. So yeah, I can, just let me know. Just shoot me a message. Unfortunately, Christine handles all that stuff personally. So she's approves each person one at a time. But the group's going to stay open. So that's the beautiful part. We're going to keep that sneak peek group open. All right. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. It's I don't want to keep you too much longer unless you're like, I need to have my question answered right now. Anybody? We're good to go. Okay, cool. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. It was so nice to meet you all in person. It's nice to see you guys here too, which is super confusing because I was like, I think I know you. Do I know you? Yes, I know you like this. A little square. All right, you guys. Love you all. Talk to you later.